What's up, y'all? My name is Andre Hopkins, also known as Entre Interview, and today I'm joined here by C9 FireBallOps. How are you feeling?
Could be better, but feeling good overall.
I'll just start off with just what do you kind of think went wrong today in the game against G2?
I think in situations we just lost our composure. A lot, especially on Breeze post plants. We were in good spots, but we ended up giving them a way back into the round, and they took full advantage the G2 way. So
There was a couple times just kind of during the series where we saw the team kind of lose a 2v4, I think, and then like at one point, I think a 3-4. How does the team kind of look up to clean up those situations?
I think it just goes back to watching the VOD and really coming together and be like, what happened here? We need to fix this because, if we carry that into the next matches, people are going to take advantage. We take advantage of teams that do that. So we have to learn to just clean it up and just watch. We really just need to focus on that right now, I think.
And then kind of how does the team look to turn it around and get better results for the upcoming next three games?
Next three games, I think, losing's only losing if you don't learn from it. So we just got to go back and really learn from this. I think we learned a lot from the Sentinels game. This one, obviously, we didn't even win a map. And on Breeze, we got plowed basically. But I think we just got to go back and look. It's really just as simple as that, and just putting it into practice.
What has kind of been the biggest difference for you personally going from tier 2 to tier 1?
I think tier two, you can do a lot more solo stuff, especially as I was a lurker. I think you can force more in tier two. You can't really force a lot on in tier one. A lot more teamwork, and I think just getting used to the system. I think it's a different system than tier two, and just a lot of things. I think the stage plays a cool role. It's fun being here. But yeah, no, just I'm getting used to it. I think the next games are going to be good for us. I think so.
When I talked to Jack, he talked about the same kind of thing of
Mhm.
going from tier 2. You can't just solo carry every game, like go out there and just
Yeah.
win the game for your team. And he also talked about the preparation being a big difference. Have you personally experienced the same thing?
Oh, definitely way more prep, way more hours into the game. I already thought that I was putting a lot in, but coming here, it's just like you think about it all the time. That's all you think about. That's all I think about. So, it's your whole life, which this is what I asked for, so I couldn't be happier.
And that's the reason you grind, right? You're trying to get to
Yep,
this point. You're just out there at dinner, like, I have an idea. I know what we could
exactly.
do.
Yep.
I have the same kind of experience even just for doing this, where I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll be out and I'll be like, that's a good idea. I could try that. Yeah, we have different sides of the spectrum, but yeah,
Yeah.
just always thinking, always working. How much prep goes into a week? I know it's a little bit different not being on with the coach or the IGO, but like
Mhm.
just for you as a player on the team, how much prep do you have to do for a week?
For me, I do a lot of individual stuff also that's not asked of me. I like watching other Sentinels, other Vipers, or whatever agent I'm playing, and see if they're doing anything that I'm like, oh, I like this. I'm gonna try and add this to my game and see if it works with our game plan. That's like my side of it. I do a lot of odds, I do a lot of ranked. But Immi, Jordan, put so much work into this team, so really want to get some wins for them, and I think we're all putting in a lot of work, and I think we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
The past or present. Who have you been your biggest people to watch? Your biggest inspirations for playing Senti?
Biggest inspirations, I would say number one is Nats, easily for me. His positioning is just insane. So he's always been a player I looked up to when he was on Gambit, way back in the day. So I would say him, Chronicle when he plays like Viper and some of the other roles. Mainly those two I watch a lot.
I try to play Viper. I'm like, how do these players get these timings? I'm like, oh, I got it. This is it. No, there's four people now watching my angle
Yep.
somehow. It's crazy. I don't know how y'all do it. This is absurd. So a few fan questions here. So first just is what do you think is going wrong with these kind of pistol rounds the team has been playing with the team now kind of having a rough start, being 0 and 10 on the pistol rounds?
Yeah, no, being 0-10 is definitely rough. It's hard to win a game when you can't win a pistol. But I don't really know what's going wrong, to be honest. I think the strats are great. Our ideas are great on them. Emmy brings in great pistols. Same with Jordan. I know Vic did some as well. We're trying a lot. We're trying some different things from the first week, but I don't know. I think at the end of the day, we just gotta we just gotta shoot them. At the end of the day, we just need to shoot them. So I think next week is gonna be the time we get our first pistol.
I mean, people kind of been talking a lot about the team and just as a whole.
Mhm.
And I mean, what do you kind of think the Immi and Zellsis bring that the outsiders, people who aren't in the team, don't see?
Yeah, I see a lot of like they get a lot of hate, and I don't think it's warranted. Definitely not. From the outside looking in, you don't really get a lot. Me being here, I would say they bring so much. They do so much work outside of the game. They're doing just as much, if not more, than every single one of us combined. So I think they just put in the work. They're so smart. You know, a lot of the stuff that goes wrong is on us. We make mistakes and then they get blamed for it, and it's, not really warranted in my opinion. But you see the you don't really see the mistakes. You think of the strat that they make and they're like, "Oh, they made this, they did this," and then, they lost the round, so it's got to be their fault. No, I mean, they put so much work in, so they don't deserve any of the hate that they get.
And a second fan question: what does your support from your parents and your mom just kind of mean for you as a player in person?
Oh, it means everything to me. Every before match days, even in tier two, she always was like, "Oh, good luck, good luck." I mean, they're always watching, so I mean, it's just amazing to see them really love watching the game. They loved watching the game before I even was in VCT, so they watched it before. Now that I'm here, they're watching just as much. Just fun to give them that little experience because they came all the way to LA. They're still here. Obviously, they didn't get to see this game, but they're watching at home from their Airbnb. So I'm just happy that they get something to watch.
Do you have the kind of parents that are like, "Oh, great job out there," or the kind of parents who are like, "See, if you would have done this right here, what kind of parents
Oh,
are
oh,
they?"
that's my dad. My mom's like that. Oh, it's okay, but my dad's like, you could have done this, you could have done this. But I love that dynamic because I need that. Sometimes obviously I cope and say, oh, this happened, and then he's like, well, you could have done this, and I'm like, all right, yeah, you're right. So it's always good. I mean, I love them both so much, so they're my biggest supporters.
Yeah, I can echo that. I have the same kind of thing. My
Yeah,
mom's like, "You did a great job." My dad's like, "If you could have asked this a
yeah.
little differently." I'm like, "All right, yeah, you're probably right." So this upcoming game versus Loud, I mean, just how do you feel going into that game?
I think it's going to be a good game for us. I'm going to say that every week probably, but I think it's a great game for us. They're a young team as well. They got some new people. We're also a young team, so I think it's just going to be it's going to be some fireworks. It's going to be some fireworks. So I'm very excited for this one.
I mean, kind of playing in front of the crowd. I believe you guys played in front of the crowd last week. How many
We
games there are
did.
nowadays? Phew, it's tough to remember.
I'm very excited to play in front of the crowd.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, did it kind of live up to your expectation playing in front of them?
Oh, it lived up and then some. It was great, especially with my parents in the crowd. Obviously, it upped it up a little bit, but it's so much fun, especially when you make a cool play. You can hear a little bit through the headset, and you're just like, damn, that was cool. So I mean, yeah, it definitely lived up to the hype.
Does it give any extra energy to you as a player when you're kind of out there and the crowd, you make a big play and they cheer? Does that give you anything?
Oh, 100%. I mean, the adrenaline's pumping when you do something. You hear them, you're like, it just fuels more. So I would say it's something that you definitely have to do is you can't like adrenaline dump. So you have to calm down very quickly because it was hype. But yeah, no, I think that's the biggest thing is just learning how to calm down after a cool play.
I mean, how do you kind of regulate that when you make a big play? You have to calm down. Like, it's so quick, if you make a play, you got the 40 seconds in between the round and
Yeah.
you got to get back locked in.
Yeah, no, I mean you just gotta breathe. I think that's the simplest thing. You just gotta breathe. To do some deep breaths and call it a day, run to the setup.
And then, do you have any words for the C9 fans after this game?
To the C9 fans, we really are working hard and we will get some wins for you guys and we're gonna go far. And just trust us, trust the process. Don't be too harsh to us. Don't be too harsh to us. But we're gonna get there. We love you guys. Thank you for supporting us. But we're gonna make it happen for us.
And I forgot, I have one last fan question who just wanted to
Oh,
ask, what is your favorite song of the week or this month?
song of the week. Ooh, I would say Don Tolliver Excavator. That's my song of the week right now.
And would you recommend that to everybody who's going to watch this?
Of course. Of course, of course, of course.
Sounds like a great choice. I mean, sounds like it's probably good quality. So,
Yes.
FireBallOps, thank you very much for your time. Hey, everyone, make sure to go check out the streams. I'm always there. Well,
Yes,
most
yes, yes,
I try to
yes.
be there as often as I can be. So again, have a great rest of your night. Good luck in your
You too.
upcoming game versus Loud.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.